older. Shut, Ladybug? Shaniartist smiles at her, but then yawns. She doesn't blame him and ends up catching it. He snickers at that, which makes her roll her eyes. God, he's such a kid. I'm exhausted, she sighs. He agrees with his own heave. It's nothing out of the ordinary, though. A near midnight Akuma attack they had to take care of. Normally, it would happen on a school night, and she'd have to scramble home to sleep or to get work done. By some stroke of luck, though, today is a Saturday night, a Sunday night, and she has a bit of time for a quick chat with Shot. However, and comedically so, he looks pretty ready to crash right here, right now. She stifles a giggle behind her hand. It doesn't get past him, though. Shot gives her an aspirated groan. It's midnight, he complains. Leave me alone. He lowers his head between his knees. It doesn't faze her, even though he's seated on the edge of a rooftop. She's seen this and done this herself enough times to know that he'd be okay, even if he fell. Ladybug laughs and settles next to him. Yes, it is, she jokes, nudging his side. The moon is big and bright in front of them. Impossible to miss, especially during the fight. She even used a refraction of the light to get a head start on the akumatized victim. I feel like we never get to enjoy the moon when we see it, she hums. Shot snorts next to her. Because we're too busy fighting for Paris, he points out cheekily. Ladybug rolls her eyes at him. Yes, exactly, she says dryly. Shot laughs. Oh, so you agree? He continues to joke. She gives him a pointed look. Okay. He admits defeat, and there is a cocky, victorious grin on her face. You are right, though, he says. We don't appreciate the moon much. He looks out to the big white spear in the sky, and he looks at it in awe. It's almost like he's looking at a magical act. No one does, until they are tired and delirious, Ladybug says. So, us now? Shot quips back, and Ladybug scoffs and shoves his shoulders playfully. I'm not wrong, he says in an annoying and sing-song voice. Perhaps, she says, she begrudgingly admits. Ladybug looks down at her yo-yo for the time. It's 12:18. The fight lasted nearly 3 hours in total. It's definitely not the longest one, but it sure was draining. Would you look at that? It's the 4th already, she says with a little hum. Shot's head pops up, and he looks as if he's been electrocuted. She raises a questioning eyebrow at him. Are you all right? She asks in a worried tone of voice. He only shrugs her off with a little smile. Yeah, I'm okay. It's just, well, today's my birthday, he admits, looking sheepish. Ladybug's eyebrows raise in surprise. It's his birthday? On September 4th? Wow! It's the same day as Adrian's. She fights to keep off a goofy smile on her face from thinking about the blonde boy who stole her heart. Chat Noir would most definitely tease her for looking silly. Or maybe he'd just throw a little hissy fit out of jealousy. Really? Ladybug says with a big smile on her face. Happy birthday, then. She wraps him in a hug, and for a brief second, he is shocked. In the next, Shaniartist relaxes and hugs her back tightly. Thank you, he says in nearly a whisper in her ear. It's soft and intimate, and Ladybug doesn't allow herself to wander down the path of wondering why a simple happy birthday meant so much to him. She only smiles and hugs him tighter in response. Of course, she says, pulling away with a gracious laugh. What kind of partner and friend would I be if I didn't wish you a happy birthday? She says jokingly and jabs him in the side. He pouts at her and covers his torso in reflex. Shot sighs with a small smile on his face. You're actually the first person to wish me a happy birthday, he says. I would guess that, Ladybug giggles. Who else is around here to beat me to it? She pretends to look around and squints at the empty rooftops around them. Shaniartist watches her in amusement. That's true, he hums. It hits her how they've been partners and have known each other for nearly 4 years now. However, it's only now that she knows his birthday. It kind of makes her feel like a bad friend. She's always made a point to keep track of her friend's birthday in her everyday life. But then again, it would have sort of been a breach in security. It's very important for them to keep as much of their real lives hidden from the other for as long as possible. Though, technically, knowing each other's birthday wouldn't hurt. What difference would it make? So many people were born on the same day. She could never find out who he was based on the day he was born alone. So, how do you feel? She grins at him, being a year older. Shot tosses his shoulders back and sighs. Well, honestly, it feels like nothing. It never hits me until months later, and I'm like, whoa, I'm older, he admits. Oh, I'm that way too, Ladybug says. Yeah, it's weird. As a kid, I thought you'd automatically mature. I was pretty wrong about that. He throws his head back in laughter. Oh, that's for sure, Ladybug teases him. Shot sticks his tongue out at her, which is an action she throws right back at him. Well, it's late, and I better go home and sleep. You too, birthday boy. I'm sure you have some big party to wake up to, she teases. Shot gives her another laugh, but it sounds more hollow than before. There's a forlorn look in his eyes that she notices. She wants to ask about it. She can't. The best she can do to help him is to smile back gently. Ladybug pulls herself up and Shaniartist follows. I'll see you soon, he asks as she gets ready to leave. She sends him a look. Right, you're tired and don't want another fight anytime soon, he says. She smiles back at him wildly. It's crazy how he can basically read her mind. Good night to you and the moon, he tells her with a 2-finger salute. Good night to you too, Ladybug says with a playful eye roll at his silly action. Cheers to being a year older, but not any less of a kid, she says before heading off. On her way back home, Ladybug chuckles to herself. There are many things she knows about Shot. His favorite jokes, his greatest fear, his greatest strengths, how far he can throw her through the city. Many things that would be considered weird for other friends. However, she never before knew his birthday. It's like a taste of being true friends with him. To her, at least. It's like one new piece of information has slipped him from work partners to friend that she actually knows. Again, she has to laugh at herself. She knows she's being crazy. How could a birthday change how a person perceives another?